Hey guys, Cryptid 559 here. We're coming up on Goodfellow and Newmark. This is just in Sanger, California. This road right here, Goodfellow, leads up to another road that ends up into Goodfellow called Channel Road, or also known as Snake Road. A lot of reports of La Llorona, Mexican folklore, weeping lady, or the wailing lady. Reports of Sasquatch in this area, Dogman, UFO sightings here also. Just want to point out, you can see the power lines. This whole area has power lines in it. But yeah, a lot of reports of La Llorona and the Sasquatch. I'm going to be talking about an incident that happened here on this road, just about around this corner right here. It was my mom and my grandma, so I'm going to be pulling over and then I'll be talking about what happened to them. Hey guys, Cryptid 559 here. We're back. So like I was saying, this is we just turned on Channel Road right here. It's called Channel Road and Goodfellow, but it's also known. This road right here is also known as Snake Road. Like I told you, a lot of reports of La Llorona, Sasquatch. I just heard one of Dogman on Goodfellow, this street right here, but a ways down by the Kings River. The Kings River runs a little ways down from here. It passes through here. So I just heard that a couple of months ago, a Dogman sighting along the road here at night. But also UFOs in this area, flashing lights. But I'm gonna tell you a story about an incident that my mom and my grandma had back in the late 70s. I believe it was in the 77, late 70s. And it was in this area right here, on this corner right here. It was at dusk. They were coming home from work. They were working at a packing house out here in Del Rey, just a little bit west of Sanger. So they were coming home going to Orange Cove. And they're coming through here, and it was at dusk time around 6:30ish. It was in November. So in November, it's kind of the weather's overcast, foggy a little bit in this area. But when they came, it wasn't really bad on the fog. But when they came into this area, it was a little bit of fog. There was nothing planted out here. They said nothing planted out here. But when they came across, my grandma was driving. My mom was in the passenger seat. So they said it was at dusk, a little bit of light. But when they came around this corner, my grandma says that like a black cloud or a black blanket was put over them. Like they drove into it, and my grandma just explains it as that something black went over us, and and then they drove out of it. It was like pretty, it only lasted maybe, she said, about 30-40 seconds. When she drove into it, she didn't see it. She just felt it, like something black went over it. She remembers that the car was still running, the lights were still on, and when she came out of it, my mom and my grandma turned at each other, okay? And my grandma asked, "Did you feel that?" to my mom, and my mom said, "Did you feel that?" And they both said the exact same thing, yeah. So my mom felt, she didn't see like a black cloud go over her. She didn't explain that, but she said she felt her hair in the back of her neck stand up, and she just got like the goosebumps. And just a weird feeling, just a real odd feeling. At the same time, my grandma felt, my grandma felt, she said she was driving, she said she felt this black cloud come over them. They went into this black cloud, and then they came right out of it. but it was like silent, nothing was going on, but real quick. So that was, I asked them to be on the video, and they didn't want to be on the video, which is fine. So I wanted to tell their story, but there's lots of stories in this road. I heard a lot of stories, on this road. It's called Snake Road. It's in Sanger, California, also known as Channel Road. Right now we're gonna be driving down Snake Road. That way you guys can feel like, see how the terrain is and all that. So right now we're gonna take off, and we're gonna be going down Channel Road. Alright guys, here we go. So it's the beginning of Snake Road, Channel Road. And again, it's by Sanger, California. A lot of curves on this road. You gotta be careful. I looked up the history on this road a while back. I found one article back in the 50s. A lady had 2 kids in the back of her car, and the lady went off the road here on one of these curves and crashed into back then there was a little creek closer by, and it fell into that creek, and both kids perished, and the lady survived. The mom survived, but that was back in the 50s. That's the only report I found on this road. I mean, I've heard of other accidents, but that's the only one I come across that kind of resembles La Llorona folklore. She's the lady, the weeping lady. She, the Mexican folklore story goes, she drowned her kids, and she cries at night, and yelling out for her kids' names at night, searching for her kids. Usually along creeks, along riverbeds. There are some houses, people do live on this road. I have been out here I drove a couple of times at night, and I can tell you the atmosphere changes. I tell you big time, it changes big time out here. It gets really eerie out here on this road at night. There's no lighting on this road. I've heard people see apparitions on this road also at night. I've heard stories of that. People are out here joyriding and just going down Snake Road because of they heard of the stories. And I've heard stories of people seeing apparitions out here. I've also heard about like a mist type cloud when it's not even foggy around out here. There's a mist type cloud out of nowhere just on the road. I've heard of that. And I'm telling you, it's real windy, so there's a lot of curves on this road. You gotta be careful. Can't be going too fast either. So you see those mountains up there? That mountain hill up there? That's where I had my dogman encounter, up there. So this Kings River goes all the way up there. There's a river that goes all the way through the valley. It's called Kings River. But as you can see, there's power lines in this area too. See the power lines? And they all come from out there where I had my dogman encounter. That's why I think a lot of the people are seeing Sasquatch, because they're following that power line too. The power line, you know, they use them as a freeway. Power line highway as a road, you know, they follow the power lines. So that was Channel Road, that was Snake Road, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.